In today's digital age, social media platforms significantly influence political discourse and public opinion. By analyzing social media sentiment, we gain valuable insights into how the Conservative Party of Canada is perceived by the public. Social media discussions reveal key themes and topics resonating with the public, such as economic policies, national security, and fiscal responsibility. These discussions generate substantial public and media interest, showcasing the party's influential role in shaping policy and public opinion. By leveraging these insights, the Conservative Party can better connect with constituents, address concerns more effectively, and form constructive political dialogue. Presentators today are Nidhi and Pujita Shimata. We are excited to share our findings with you.
The goal is to access public opinion and engagement with the Conservative Party of Canada on X by gathering and analyzing tweets using natural language processing tools. This process will help identify prominent influencers, emerging themes, and trends in engagement, ultimately offering valuable insights into public discussions and public views.
The Conservative Party of Canada stands as a prominent fixture in the Canadian political arena, characterized by its centre-right ideology and significant policy influence. Formed in 2003 from the merger of the Canadian Alliance and the Progressive Conservative Party, the CPC aimed to unify the right-wing vote and strengthen its position against the Liberal Party. This merger combined the Canadian Alliance's strong base in Western Canada with the Progressive Conservatives' broader national presence, creating a formidable political force. Under the leadership of Stephen Harper, the CPC governed Canada from 2006 to 2015, implementing substantial tax cuts, focusing on national security, and reforming the criminal justice system. Currently, under Pierre Poilievre, who assumed leadership on September 10, 2022, the CPC has reinvigorated its focus on economic issues and government accountability. His leadership emphasizes conservative principles, advocating for lower taxes, reducing government intervention, and addressing inflation and the cost of living. The CPC remains a key player in shaping Canada's political discourse, influencing public debate and policy making with its positions on economic policy, national defense, and governance.
Importance of sentiment analysis in understanding public opinion. The first one is gauge public sentiment. By analyzing the emotions and attitudes expressed in social media posts, we can accurately measure how people feel about specific topics, such as political parties or policies. Identify trends and patterns. Sentiment analysis reveals trends and patterns over time. By tracking changes in sentiment, we can identify shifts in public opinion, emerging issues, and the impact of major events or statements. Insight into perceptions. It offers valuable insights into how different groups perceive various issues.
Primary source of our data collection is X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and the data points which we collected are user comments, post content, timestamps, engagement metrics, and user demographics. Overview of data collection methods. Hashtags and keywords such as Conservative Party, CPCHQ, CDN Poly, PD for PM, Women Against Polyver, Bring It Home, and Trudeau Must Go were the keywords which we used to refine our search and capture relevant discussions. Time frame. The data collection period was from July 2023 to July 2024. Data cleaning. Tweets were filtered to focus on those relevant to understanding public sentiments toward the Conservative Party. Types of data collected. Tweets, the actual content of tweets including text, hashtags, and mentions. Retweets, engagement metrics indicating the number of retweets each tweet received. Likes, engagement metrics indicating the number of likes each tweet received. User metadata, information about the users posting tweets including the age, gender, and location were available to provide context for analyzing sentiment and engagement.
Sentiment analysis. It involves using computational methods to examine and understand people's opinion, feelings, and emotions expressed in written text. Its relevance lies in its ability to offer valuable insights into public opinion. For organizations, including political parties, this means gaining a clear view of how their actions, policies, and statements are perceived by the public. Such understanding is essential for creating effective communication strategies and addressing any public concern in a meaningful way.
For sentiment analysis, we employed a combination of advanced tools and techniques to accurately categorize and evaluate the sentiments expressed in tweets about the Conservative Party of Canada. Brand24, a social media monitoring tool that tracks online mentions and measures sentiment across various platforms, providing detailed sentiment analysis, reports, and trends. NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit, a Python library for natural language processing used for advanced text processing and sentiment classification. TextBlob, a Python library for processing textual data used to analyze sentiment and provide sentiment classifications and polarity scores. WADA sentiment analysis, a sentiment analysis tool using a lexicon and rule-based approach effective for assessing the intensity and valence of sentiments in social media content.
Breakdown of sentiments. Positive sentiment. It is 49.75%. This indicates that nearly half of the tweets directed at or mentioning the Conservative Party of Canada are positive. These tweets likely express support, agreement with the party's policies, or favorable reactions to their actions and statements. Negative sentiment. It is about 49.75%. Similarly, about half of the tweets are negative. This reflects public disapproval, criticism, or opposition to the party's positions, actions, or statements. Neutral sentiment. It is about 0.50%. A very small fraction of the tweets are neutral, indicating tweets that are informational without any expressed sentiment, or tweets where the sentiment is ambiguous.
Sentiment over time. The graph here displays sentiment trends for the Conservative Party of Canada over the past month. Positive sentiments are represented in green, while negative sentiments are shown in red. As we can observe, negative sentiment is significantly higher and more volatile throughout the month, indicating a prevalent public criticism of the party. On the other hand, positive sentiment remains relatively low and stable. This trend highlights the challenges the Conservative Party faces in garnering favorable public opinion. By closely monitoring these trends, the party can better understand public perception and strategize accordingly to address the concerns and improve their standing.
Thematic analysis. So the first one is leadership and trust. Many discussions focuses on the leadership qualities of Pierre Poilievre, highlighting his speeches and policies. Supporters frequently express trust in his ability to lead the country effectively, while detractors question his decisions and strategies. Economic policies. Economic policies are a significant theme in discussions about the Conservative Party. People discuss taxation, job creation, and economic growth with varying opinions on the party's effectiveness. Healthcare. Healthcare remains a critical issue with many debating the party's stance on healthcare, reform, and accessibility. Public opinion is divided, reflecting concerns about the party's plans. Critique of opponents. A common theme is the critique of the Liberal Party and Justin Trudeau. These discussions often compare conservative policies with those of other parties. Social issues. Social politics, including immigration and education, are frequently discussed. Opinions vary widely, reflecting diverse perspectives on the party's stance. Party events and campaigns. Reactions to party events and campaigns are vibrant, with supporters and critics expressing their views on the party's public engagements.
Engagement rate over time. The graph illustrates the engagement rate trends for the Conservative Party of Canada from 2023 to 2024 July. Engagement rate, depicted on the y-axis, measures the percentage of audience interaction with the party's social media content. As shown, there is a noticeable upward trend with engagement rates increasing from around 5.5% in 2023 to over 8% by early 2024. This indicates growing public interaction and interest in the party's social media posts, reflecting a successful strategy in capturing and maintaining audience attention. Such engagement is crucial for political parties to influence and mobilize their supporter base effectively.
Scatter plot for engagement rates. The scatter plot shows the sentiment analysis of tweets about the Conservative Party of Canada, with positive sentiments representing red dots clustered on the right side indicates the high positivity and subjectivity, and the negative sentiments represents blue dots on the left side indicating negativity and subjectivity. This reveals a polarized public opinion, highlighting the need for the party to engage with both supporters and critics constructively.
Mentions and reach. This graph highlights the relationship between mentions and reach of the Conservative Party of Canada on social media from 4th July to 3rd August. Initially, there is a noticeable increase in mentions followed by a corresponding rise in reach. Both metrics peak around mid-July with reach surpassing mentions. This pattern suggests that despite fluctuating mentions, the content's reach remains high, indicating significant audience engagement. The data reflects that high mention activity directly influences broader audience exposure, emphasizing the importance of consistent social media activity for maintaining and boosting public engagement.
This word cloud represents the positive sentiments expressed in tweets about the Conservative Party of Canada. Key terms such as Conservative Party, worthwhile, Justin Trudeau, and CBC are prominently featured, indicating a focus on the party, its actions, and its interactions with notable figures and institutions. The words exchange, environment, and Beijing suggest discussions around trade, environmental policies, and international relations, reflecting the party's engagements and public perception.
Negative tweets word cloud. This word cloud highlights the negative sentiments expressed in tweets concerning the Conservative Party of Canada. Key terms like cost, Trudeau, worse, and defects dominate, indicating prevalent issues and criticisms. The frequent mention of these words reflect the public concerns about economic factors, leadership, and governments. Such visual representation helps in quickly identifying the primary areas of discontent and the topics generating significant negative sentiment. Analyzing these patterns is crucial for understanding the underlying reasons behind public dissatisfaction and addressing them effectively.
Word clouds for different sentiment categories. So there are some most used keywords on Twitter, and we have three types of sentiments: negative, positive, and neutral. First is negative sentiment, which is represented by red words. So for key negative terms includes predu, predu for treason, dissolve, and tax, indicating significant public disapproval and criticism, especially towards Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Positive sentiments represented by green words. So positive terms such as support, bring it home, and conservative reflect public approval and the support for Conservative Party and its initiatives. Negative sentiments. They are represented by grey words. So terms like Canada, Canadian, and event indicate discussions that are more informational or descriptive without a strong positive or negative bias. Demographic insights. The age group between 26 to 35 shows the highest level of engagement, indicating strong interest and involvement in political discussions. From this demographic, both the younger, like from 18 to 25, and the middle age, from 35 to 45, groups also demonstrate significant participation. Next, in demographic insights, we have engagement rate by gender and engagement rate by location. So, the engagement rate is evenly split between the males and females, indicating that political discussions concerning the Conservative Party resonate equally across both the genders. And if we talk about location, the engagement rate is equally divided between Canada and the USA, signifying that discussions about the Conservative Party resonate similarity in both countries.
Influencers. The key influencers in the Conservative Party of Canada significantly shape public discourse through their high engagement on social media. Here is a brief overview of some notable key influencers. Pierre Poilievre. As a leader of Conservative Party of Canada, his posts garner high engagement with thousands of likes, shares, and comments. Candice Bergen. A prominent member of parliament, her posts often highlight party policies and critique the current government. Andrew Scheer. The second leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, he consistently engages with his audience on social media. Conservative Party of Canada. The official Twitter account of the Conservative Party, which engages through official announcements, policy updates, and responses to current events. Brian Lilly. A journalist with significant following, his coverage and opinions on political matters engage a broad audience and shape discussions around the Conservative Party's policies and actions. Rebel News Canada, a media outlet that frequently supports conservative viewpoints and critiques the Liberal government. Their coverage and reports significantly influence public discourse among conservative supporters. These influencers play a crucial role in shaping the public perception of the Conservative Party of Canada and driving engagement on social media platforms.
Conclusion. First is sentiment trends. Public sentiment towards the Conservative Party is markedly polarized. Negative sentiment is prevalent and volatile, suggesting significant public criticism and dissatisfaction. Positive sentiment, while stable, remains low, indicating limited public approval. Key influencers. Influential figures such as Pierre Poilievre and other prominent party members significantly impact public sentiment. Their tweets and public statements drive engagement and shape the narrative around the party's activities and policies. Thematic analysis. Common themes in public discussions include policy concerns, leadership evaluations, economic issues, healthcare, social policies, and critics of political opponents. These themes reflect the core issues that resonate with the public and influence their perceptions of the party. Engagement metrics. Engagement rates varied over time, with notable peaks corresponding to significant political events or statements. The analysis of engagement by demographic groups and demographic locations provides insight into the party's reach and resonance with different segments of the population.
Recommendations. Based on our findings, we propose several strategies to enhance the Conservative Party of Canada's public engagement and perception. Address negative sentiment. Proactively tackle the cause of negative sentiment by responding to public criticism, clarifying policy positions, and emphasizing positive achievement to shift the narrative. Enhance positive engagement. Increase positive sentiment by engaging transparently with the public, highlighting successful initiatives, and showcasing the party's vision and accomplishments. Leverage influencers. Utilize key influencers who drive positive engagement to amplify the party's messages. Collaborating with these influencers can help spread favorable narratives and counteract negative sentiment. Targeted communication. Employ detailed demographic analysis to tailor communication strategies for different audience segments. Craft messages that resonate more effectively by understanding the concerns and interests of specific groups. Continuous monitoring. Establish a system for ongoing monitoring of public sentiment and engagement. This will enable the party to stay updated on changes in public opinion, respond promptly to their emerging issues, and adapt strategies as needed. Focus on core theme. Concentrate on addressing the key themes identifying in the analysis such as economic policies, healthcare, and leadership qualities. Clear, consistent messaging on these topics can help build a stronger connection with the people. Implementing these recommendations can significantly improve the Conservative parties of Canada's public engagement, address criticisms more effectively, and enhance its overall public perception.
If you want more deeper insights into Conservative Party of Canada, you can go through these references. Thank you.